I am not an influencer. I am a survivor, a grandmother and a hard worker who spent far too many years lost in the dark of abuse, and a silenced voice. My purpose for the love letters is to be a steady hand and an encouraging voice for those who are currently where I once was. I want to prove that your past, no matter how heavy or quiet it forced you to be, does not get the final word. I will share my stories of rebuilding, my family village, and the love I pour into my kitchen to show you that there is light on the other side of silence. If I can help one person find their way out of the dark and realize that they are worthy of never-ending love, then every word I speak has found its hope. A letter to my village. For a long time, the mist was so thick, I couldn't see my own hands in front of me. I spent my life being the strong one. Growing up in the foster system, I saw a kind of darkness that most people only read about. It forged me into a protector, someone who would stand in the gap for anyone else, even if I was standing in the cold myself. But I have a confession to make. In my rush to protect everyone, I forgot how to protect myself. When I lost my job, not because I didn't work hard, but because the lies and the way of things out of my control, I felt a level of confusion and depression I wasn't ready to face. I felt lost. I felt I wasn't good enough for this village, or even for myself. I allowed the pain of the betrayal to make me feel small. We live in a world of send and delete. We become experts at quick check-ins and of notifications that vanish as soon as we swipe them away. But today, I want to talk about something that doesn't disappear. I want to talk about the way of a page. Have you ever sat down to write an actual love letter? Not a text, not an email, but a letter where you can smell the ink on the paper before the pen even touches? There is a specific feeling in the fingertips as you turn the first page, a slight resistance, like the paper is waiting for you to commit. When we write by hand, we aren't just sharing information, we are leaving a footprint. We think about those letters we kept tucked away in a box or pressed between the pages of a book. They are stubborn. They stay. Even if the person who wrote them is no longer part of your story, the letter remains. It's a physical piece of a moment in time where their hand moved across paper, leaving behind the rhythm of their thoughts. Those words stay forever imprinted. In our hearts, because they are evidence that we weren't seen, that we were loved, and that our story mattered. But what happens when the story gets dark? I spent time lost in my own journey, fighting to get out of the heavy fog of depression. In that place, the world goes silent. You feel like you're drifting in a sea where nobody can hear you. But then, something happens. You're scrolling or you're reading, and you see words written by someone else, perhaps a stranger, and they hit you with such force, you swear they were written specifically for you, exactly when you needed to see them. I realized stories, they aren't just posts or coincidences. These are love letters. These are the words God uses to reach into our darkness and show us that we aren't alone. It's a divine message whisper into our ear, I see you. I haven't forgotten. It turns our pain into a bridge, proving that even when we feel most isolated, we are part of a much larger shared human experience. The truth is, so many of us are going through the same pain, the same heartaches, the same struggles, but we can't see it. We are blinded by our own hurt, our own past, and sometimes even by a wall of hate we build to protect ourselves. We stop showing compassion because we are so focused on our own wounds. Rebuilding your life, moving from survival to a place of strength, means taking those blinders off. It means realizing that the person standing next to you might be starving for the same love letter you just received. When we lead with compassion, we stop the cycle of pain. We realize that our journey isn't just about fixing ourselves. It's about being the hand that writes a message of hope for someone else. We trade our blindness for empathy. We let our hearts of hate for understanding. We choose to see each other as we are. We are travelers in the dark, looking for the light. If you're holding on to a memory today that hurts, or you are waiting for a sign that you matter, take a breath. God is still writing your story. The ink hasn't dried yet. Look for the letters in your path, and don't be afraid to be the one who writes the next one. I am Melody, and this is the Love Letters. Keep your heart open and keep your pen moving. You are never, ever alone.